Okay, I've had several people say, will you slow down? So this is me slowing down, okay, guys? All right, laid it flat, and I'm doing it twice so you can see. I rollerblade the sleeves off like that there. Then I rollerblade the side off like that there. And so now you've got a disconnected shirt. Now then here, what I do is I just very haphazardly again cut off several inches. Okay, now here's how I put the sleeves on. I fold that top over, and then I put it in like this. And I just put 3 pins in so I know where to get started. Okay, I'm going to do it on the other side too. See, I take it right there, pin it in, and I'm sure there's real terms for this, but I don't know, not nary a one. And so pinning it is what I do, okay? Then I take that little extra piece off of my sewing machine and I start at the seam of the arm. And then I take all those pins out as I'm going, but I try to keep it together as best I can. Now, sometimes they get a little crazy. And this is where somebody said, hey, how you put those pleats in your sleeves? And I said, I don't know. This is just what happened. And that is why, because right there, that's just what happened. I don't know how that's happening. It just is, it's crinkling up on me. And I just try my very darndest to get those to stick back up there. One person asked me, don't you measure it? No, I do not measure any of this. If I did, it'd probably be better, but I don't want to. And so here I go again, just making the most of it. So I just lay that flat one down, and then I just start sewing, and I sew on that inner seam, because then when I flip it out, get this, you see the other seam, so it looks professional. So anyway, I just keep going, pull it out until I get to about right there, and then I do a little back stitching. Look at that. Oh, and by the way, I wore this neck bracelet while I was doing this, and it was very difficult, I must say. So then I pull the two sides together and do me a little back stitch in there, and then I just find the fabric and run a straight stitch right on down there. And it may be called a different kind of stitch, I don't know. It's just straight to me, but it's as straight as I can get it. Because my hands are shaky and my foot is heavy, I think I gave a little reasoning. I put this please let me explain disclaimer on these shirts. Says, y'all, I know y'all want them, and I'm trying to figure out the best way to sell them to you. I really don't know. I just Googled it, and I thought, well, do I do Etsy? Do I do Shopify? I really don't know. But anyway, y'all need to know my hands are shaky, my foot is heavy. There's probably going to be a hole in it and a lot of extra strings, okay? I got a lot of fringe on these puppies. And it's going to have a lot of character, though. I am going to tell you that. And then the lady asked me, hey, why do you use your crinkle scissors? Well, I really don't know, but somebody told me it helps with praying. And I'm trying to help myself and others when they launder this, if they choose to do so. You may choose not to launder, but if you do, you better wash it real gently or take it to the dry cleaners and tell them to do it gently. Either way. So there I'm cutting all that excess off and trying my best to get it as close to that seam without cutting it. But those scissors sure are the bee's knees, I'm telling you. I think that's what they're supposed to do. I don't know. So then I just wanted to show you, look at that, see? And you can see that other seam, so it looks like I am doing the right stuff here. See, look at that. That looks good. And I'm going to tell you what, this shirt right here for Memorial Day weekend, it's a gem. Look how pretty she turned out. Look at that. Look at the sleeves. My very best friend Helen gave it to me, and I just think I am in heaven with all this shirt she got me because she loves me. And now I'm making them, and they look good.